Okay guys, welcome to the garden. I'm gonna try and do a few more garden videos this year. It's what, middle or late in November. The garden, it's coming. It's better this year than last year, that's for sure. I put more work into it, I guess. If you don't put no work into it, you don't get anything. As simple as that. I'll walk through each bed like I normally do and show what plants we got. These are beans right here in the middle. A bush bean, they look really nice. Alright, we'll start at the end. In this half a barrel here we got passion fruit. It was a volunteer. There's lots of passion fruit hanging now. And I'm running it over to the roof structure. Hopefully it'll keep going. But lots of fruit on here. Nice big one in the back. A couple of nice big ones in the back. So that's good. This is carrots. Not much to see in there yet. These blue barrels. The white one, no problem. But the blue ones, they always collapse. They close together like this. So I put a piece of wood across this one. Try and keep it open. This is an eggplant. It's been here a long time, this thing has. I harvested everything off here yesterday. These are the little green Asian eggplant. There's some flowers. Still doing good. Now, this bed. This is where I planted the Malabar spinach. And I planted it right there. And it took over the bed. About a week ago, I put a couple of inches of compost in here. I've been watering it. But look at this. Malabar spinach seedlings. I've taken them out of here 3 times already. Look at that, huh? They're everywhere. It's crazy, man. And they're popping up all over the garden. It's nuts. I don't think I'll ever have to plant Malabar spinach again. Okay, the next bed over. This is the Malabar spinach. Eat a lot of it, but there's no way to keep up. Chinese broccoli or Chinese kale. This has been harvested and picked through many times. Some of it like that don't look good, but coming out the side, they got another shoot. It's a nice little plant there. Malabar spinach. We've got a lot out of here. This is a volunteer bitter gourd. Nobody eats that stuff, so I've been pulling it out. That's eggplant right here. I can see some of these plants, like that one. It's gotta go. I got some new stuff planted. I'll show you in a minute. Right here, this is a Thai basil plant, but it's covered in a volunteer bean. I harvested these beans yesterday. Got a big armful. Amazing how many is on here. Just one plant. There's beans everywhere. And yesterday there was 3 times what there is now. I took all the big ones. Here's one. That's about how big they get. It's a nice one right there. I'll come back and eat that one in a minute. A really good roll. This bed. It's really dry because I haven't been watering it. I plan on taking the soil out of this bed. Parts of the bed has root knot nematode really bad. And the other parts doesn't. This is an eggplant. Like I say, I stopped watering the bed so it doesn't look good. Malabar spinach, it's everywhere. It don't even need water. A couple of turmeric plants in here, they never did very good in this bed this year. This is Chinese celery. It's one of those, we bought the plant, cut the end off of it, replanted it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This one is really hurting with the lack of water. This is passion fruit. I plan on taking it out anyway. There was another passion fruit here and a root knot nematode got it. It's a weird plant, a weird problem that is. It just destroys the roots and they can't do nothing. It sucks the life out of the plant. This is cassava. I plan on doing a cassava harvest video soon. This plant is doing really good. As you can see right here, I've mounded the soil back up to cover the roots that's coming out of the ground. This one here, add root knot nematode. I got 2 little tiny pieces out of it, that's it. And this one, it looks like it's loaded. So we'll see. I don't know how long the roots are, but there's a lot. It's coming out of the ground, so that's a good sign. This is the bed with the beans. This is pandan leaf. I need to trim this back. It can get very invasive. We use this as flavoring for put it in the hot water for tea and coffee and stuff like that. Here's a bean plant over there. It's a purple long bean. Here's the beans. There's one that's not going to make it. The other ones look good. It's a real nice color green too. And no bugs yet. So that looks alright. Over here, this is how we start our seedlings now. We start them right in the bed. Plant it heavy and thin it out later and transplant as needed. This side is Chinese celery and this side is cilantro, I think. I didn't plant it, but that's what it looks like. There's an old dragon fruit. It's got to be moved. Over here, there's a bitter gourd coming up right there. It's a volunteer. There's a new bean plant. That, I don't know. I think that's ivy. Weed. These are shallots. Just coming now. Just getting going. Looking alright. Over here, let's see. This is see that bug? It looks like a ladybug. It's not. I don't know what it's called, but it eats everything. That one's gone. This is a volunteer chili plant. Look at the size of the leaves on this guy, you know? Huge. Same as this one. It started out with really big leaves. And now it's gone to flower. And see, there's got to be chilies on here somewhere. There's one right there. Oh, there's one. Hard to see, it's all green. There it is. So that's good as a volunteer. These little specks down here, this is sweet basil. And the dill on this side didn't come up yet. Now this bed is nearly ready to be replanted. The lettuce, it don't look very good, but there's still a little bit in there. We've eaten a lot of lettuce off of here, and it's all self-seeded. So that's good. There's a few shallots mixed in among it. And amongst it, this is a huge passion fruit plant, and it's never flowered. There's a ton of it here. It's all over the place, but it's never ever flowered, so if it don't get its act together soon, it'll be goat food. Over here again, lots of nice shallots coming up. We harvest these by just picking off a few leaves off each one. Garlic chives. Boy, they grow back so fast. It's unreal. Really cool. Wing beans. I said in an older garden video, I never had any luck with wing beans. And then the wife brought these seeds home that someone gave her. And I didn't even know what it was until I started seeing the beans. Really nice beans they are. That's the wing bean. They're doing really good. Look at the stem. Oh, like a tree trunk. The plant itself don't look like much, but there's a lot of beans. Just look right there. You know, 2, 4, 5 more flowers coming. That's pretty good. Right here is lemongrass. I cut it back yesterday right there. just to get some bed space. And I ordered these seeds from Spain, and it was supposed to be purple top turnip and radishes. I don't know what I got. I planted one of it came up. It's actually in the bed behind. I didn't see it, didn't show it. I don't know what it is, some kind of collard green or something brassica family, but it's not turnip or radishes. And I thought it was radish that I was planting. So I don't know, I planted both in here. One I hadn't planted already. I hadn't tried yet. We'll see what we get. But seeds that come with no labels or nothing, I wasn't too happy about that. Eggplant again. These are the same thing, the little green ones. Right here, this is looking a little sad because the sun is beating on it. And it's coming to the end of its season. This is finger ginger. And this is the best I've ever grown it. It's really, really nice. Really nice plants. Like I say, the soil is really dry actually. But yeah, it's coming to the end of its season, but this is the best I've ever grown. Really, really nice plants. And this is more lemongrass. I had okra here, I just took it out, the plants were done. And nothing down this side yet. Over here, this was supposed to be the chili bed. And there is lots of chilies in there. But a lot of them didn't make it. This is a volunteer papaya. That'll be goat food. There's at least 3 trees in here. These are the Thai chili plants. We've got a few now. But I saved my own seed from, or I got the seeds from one in the kitchen. Just a dried chili out of the kitchen. And I tell you, look how small these leaves are. You wait till I show you the ones that I have in a pot. Every plant looks different. So I think it's some kind of hybrid and you get what you get. But there's a lot of chilies on here. They're going to be if the plants keep going. Lots and lots of flowers. Right here, this is a new batch of kale. The Chinese kale just came up today. Just out of the ground. Right here, this is flowering pak choy. What I've started doing now is when the seed pack is empty, I plant it too. Then I know what I got. So that's what it looks supposed to look like. It's doing really well. This will be thinned out and transplanted. 2 kinds of lettuce, not one thing came up. Not good. This is spinach. It's too hot for it, you know. It's unseasonably hot. I've got a few spinach. And this here, this is a carpet. This is pak choy. And I think I should be growing this as microgreens. Look at that, huh? That's amazing. But crazy, you know? You plant it, every seed germinated, no seeds germinated. You know, it's the luck of the draw. It really, really is. There's another volunteer eggplant. It's got some really nice little flowers on there. So it'll go into fruit soon. Look at those bad boys. And then got some more Thai chilies here. That's the same batch. And this is just, the wife threw out a handful of old chilies from the kitchen that weren't looking so good. They weren't dug in, nothing. You know, she just threw them on the bed. Now we got all kinds of chili plants. So chilies shouldn't be a problem this year. Now over here, the bed and the walkway is overgrown. I haven't gotten this far yet. I'll cut all this out and feed it to the birds. There's still a few plants in here. Some nice, look at that, huh? This is the floating spinach. Morning Glory, or Morning Glory is one name. Oh, Kangkong, that's the word I'm looking for. But a lot of people call it kangkong. Where are you at? That's a little eggplant. It's actually bigger than most. This is some nice leaves on this, huh? This is a bad weed. This one, the birds like it, but makes a lot of seeds. Okay. Whoa, lizard in there. Volunteer banana tree. He's doing really good. It's a little too close to the wall, but it's got pups on it already. Amazing. And this ear, passion fruit again. There's a, oh, I thought that was a new plant, but it's not. It's coming off the main stem. And it's climbing the wall. We also got a couple kinds of beans here. But the one that's doing good is the wing bean. But I don't see any right now. Yeah, go into here. I gotta get this fixed. But there's been a lot of wing beans on this one plant. That's a passion fruit vine doing its thing. I thought this was ginger. Right there's a little ginger plant. This ginger's been in here 2 or 3 years. It's never really done anything. It's always small little plants, and I need to get some new rhizomes to start over. What is this? Anybody have any idea? It's looking like a grass. I thought it was ginger, but it's not. Some kind of grass. It must be the seed heads, huh? Different. Unusual. That's for sure. Hard to see the little chilies on here. Tiny, 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 tiny. You know, flowers and chilies. They're going to be small ones. But the small ones are normally the spiciest, that's for sure. As I look down through the garden, like I say, it's coming. Nobody said growing was easy. It ain't. But the garden's looking alright. Coming together. We're getting food out of here anyway, that's the main thing. Papaya trees, I planted 4 in here. The biggest one actually was the one in the far corner over here, and it died. Something ate the top of it. I don't know what happened to it. It does happen. They ate the top. If this part here dies, you lose the plant. That's a nice little flower. It's got ants on it, but everything's got ants on it. And there's another one. There's another one. There's got one coming out the side. Might get a bunch here. So that's cool. Now this one in the back. Look at all these flowers. It looks cool, huh? This is a male tree. It will not produce fruit. So this has got to come out. This is food for the goats now. Okay, flower pots. That's a tree. That's a jackfruit tree. These chilies here, these are the same ones as the batch in the bed with the little tiny leaves and the little tiny flowers. They're 3 feet high and just go on the flower now. They're really, really different. I've got a few eggplant volunteers over here. This is some Chinese celery. This is some kind of palm tree. I don't know what it is. But the boss said put it in a pot, so I put it in a pot. For anyone who's called me a liar, and a few people have, about growing rice, this is rice. It's drying in the sun. That's rice, it's dry. That's rice, it's dry. And that's only probably a third. So, yes, we grow our own rice. And a lot of it. And it'll all be going in there. That's the rice house. This is the volunteer turmeric garden. It's dying now. It's November is when it dies back here. There's an old flower. I mean, really nice flowers actually. Oh, it smells really nice. But it's done. It's golden go right there. That never dies back. It's huge. It's got to be 10 feet high. Huh? My little pomelo tree. Look at all this pomelo. There's one on the table that fell off the other day. That one's coming off now. In the jungle here, this is sugar cane. We don't eat it, we just feed it to the goats. The goats like the leaves. This is starfruit tree. Been getting quite a few starfruit. They're really, really hard to find, but they're in here. There's a few good ones actually somewhere. But look at a cool tree, huh? Really cool flowers. I'll get a close up of some flowers. Oh, lots of little bugs. Look at that, huh? Cool little flowers. There's a small one in there, but real small. It's ripe. Don't see any. Oh, look at that. There's a good one. Star fruit. The lime tree is over here, right beside it. Not much going on with it now. Oh, there's a flower up there. So maybe it'll go back into a flower again. I don't see any fruit on it now. But it's done really, really good here in the corner. Another bird's nest. So many bird's nests. Unbelievable. Mango tree is big. Last year I only got one mango off of this tree. The chickens ate it. So I got no mangoes off this tree. And there's another pomelo tree. It hasn't done well either. I think only ever gotten one fruit off of it. And it's a nicer looking tree than the other one. I see one. It's a small one. Star fruit. Small and deformed. That's okay. It's the same. Banana trees. Still have a few. I was watering them a lot more this year during the dry season, so that really helped. From here all the way over, it's all compost. It's not a compost pile because the chickens are in here digging every day. Look at all the holes they have. But this was higher than the wall. And keep just adding to it and adding to it. But there's a lot of compost in there and it's all ready to go. So that's good. And even if I don't use it, it's good for the ground, you know. It's good for everything, the trees and that we're growing in here. Moringa tree. Cool moringa flowers, huh? The tree is huge, but I think I'm going to have to cut it down. When I build my workshop, it's going to be in the way. So I'll have to plant one somewhere else. These trees grow really, really fast. And anybody who's watched my videos for a while, you know, this tree has been leveled more than once. Actually, one time when the bugs killed it, which the bugs are back again, I cut it right to the ground. This is from the bugs. It's like silicone, huh? Just digging in there trying to find them. Got a few, but it didn't stop it. Just shaving. Little grubs eating the tree. It's too bad really, but like I say, it's got to come down anyway. I've been slowly knocking the smaller branches off and feeding them to the goats. A whole bunch of eggplant here. They've been here over a year, I'd say. They don't get water, they don't get nothing. There's eggplant. Always on there. Flowers. This is a camphor lime tree. It needs a trim. It's going all over the place, a little bit ugly. We grow this for the leaves, not for the fruit, which is a good thing because it don't fruit very often. And it does attract a lot of bugs. That is an ant's nest. There's another one. There's another one. Yeah. They're horrible red ants that bite. Well, that's about it, guys. There's a few other things, a few more trees, but nothing exciting anyway. Really like this, huh? Beautiful. Alright guys, as always, thanks for watching.